morning, everyone. Welcome to the Hutty Show. You're here with Hutty. John Pilati is back.
That's a hard opening. Go ahead.
And Scott Mugno. Glad to be here. If you haven't looked out the window yet, it's foggy out.
Oh, it's awful.
If you're up in Spruce Pine near Hackleburg, that was the worst part of my drive in this morning. It was pretty thick. But out there by 24, where I came from, the Belgreen area, it wasn't quite as thick and fog. But it's a little dangerous. Keep an eye out on that. I'll give you an example. Here's Hutty's girlfriend. She's right on cue. Hutty, answer the phone. Your girlfriend wants to talk to you. Answer the phone. The phone. Answer the phone.
Huh?
Answer the phone.
I had time.
Hutty's getting
He's
organized.
putting her on hold.
He's not quite there yet.
Good morning. Good morning. You're on the Hutty Show.
You missed it.
Well, hell, she's going to give me time to get
She'll
on.
call back.
Anyway, I'm telling you how bad the fog was. Just outside here at Hackleburg, I saw it vaguely through the thick fog, a bunch of red lights. And my eyes made it out to be maybe, there. She's back again. She's back.
Well, that's her or not now.
I think it is.
Good morning. You're on the Hutty Show.
Hi.
There she is. She's persistent this morning. He hung up on you, babe. Sorry.
I have a present for you.
Do what?
I want to sing you a song.
She wouldn't sing you a song.
It sounds like you better learn how to talk before you do that. You been drinking?
She been had a nip this morning.
Nip might do her voice some good.
Baby, get your throat ready. Call back. John will pick you up. Don't worry about it.
Thanks for calling nonetheless. We appreciate it. You're a regular. John, we're happy to have you back after being gone a week.
Well, thank you. Couple
Well, hell, you've been gone a week,
cracked
too.
ribs.
Well, don't thank you. What are you doing back here anyway?
One step from my garage to put a trash bag in the can outside on that Saturday of the ice storm and got caught. I didn't realize that early in the morning. My driveway had frozen and there went my foot and I slammed on the left side of my body.
Oh,
and
my
two
God.
ribs later.
Have me by the violin.
Oh,
Don't you have any violin music?
Well,
Oh.
I didn't know what button to push. I tried to cut us off.
I know now when Hutty says he's been kicked in the ribs, what he's talking about.
Ribs are terrible because it only hurts if you breathe and then gets worse after.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's tough. But we're glad you're back and you're
Thank
moving
you.
around, even if you're still a little light-footed in order not to hurt yourself. Just keep it that way.
Been busy with helping to promote upcoming local political events. We had the U.S. Senate candidate forum for the Democratic candidates in the fall here, and that was a good job by the local Democratic Party. Well, the Republican women of Franklin County, Scott, have had a very impressive event. Actually, going to have two of them, and they have attracted candidates from all levels all over the state. Will be coming to our county starting next Tuesday,
Who's in charge of the Democrats?
February 10th.
Who's in charge of the electors?
The Republican women, Danelle Wardell is the president of that organization. Of course, Glenn Garrison's the president or the chairman of the.
Yeah, I was talking about
county
the women.
party.
I didn't. You must be prejudiced toward them. You wouldn't never bring them up.
And she's they've done a very good job. You know, they had a candidate roundtable this past election. It was a municipal election, so that didn't work quite as well. But she's got from local, state, and federal candidates, I think 24 or 25.
Are you
committed
are you
now.
prejudiced? Why don't you bring them down here on radio? And some of them, I mean, they
We'd love to bring them down and have them on the radio.
well, you ain't done too good a job. You got to ask them.
They
You been around snug nose. I mean, pug nose. I said snug nose.
they're coming in, and you'll have
I believe it is snug nose.
let's see.
On February 10th, you got Seth Burton and Rodney Walker, two candidates for the U.S. Senate. I've seen some Walker billboards out here, but I don't think I've seen any Burton billboards out. We got Tommy Burns, who's running against Ada Holt in District 4. We've had Tommy Burns on the show, Hutty. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got Pat Bishop and Rick Pate, both running for lieutenant governor, and Derek Chan, state auditor. So, and that's on February 10th.
And there'll be some additional local candidates there. Most of them are planning on speaking at the April event. They're doing 2 of these. The other one's April.
Are they advertising
14th.
much on you in your program?
She sent me a flyer, and we've got it in the paper this week. And she's been pretty good to.
I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about anybody.
No, not the political candidates.
What's wrong with
them? No.
They broke.
Well, they're not broke.
Well,
they just don't. I hadn't spent it in Franklin County.
In other words, the county gonna be broke for long, won't it?
Everyone I had when I get their state press releases and stuff, I always send them the ad rates, and they say, "Oh, it's not time for that. We'll look at that later." I said, "Well, I'll look at your press release later too."
Well, I like your answer.
Well, you're a sweet booger, ain't you?
I think it's a definite feather in the cap to have an event like this organized and taking place here in Franklin County. Next Tuesday, it will be at the Frog Pond Community Center on Highway 22. To have candidates from across the state coming in to Franklin County to
I would like
mingle
going
with
out there.
voters, and it should happen. I mean, we've got 100% support as far as the election of all of our local candidates and elected officials are all Republicans. So we should have a vibrant local party, and they're starting to step it up. And the Republican Women Organization in Franklin County is doing a really good job.
Well, and I wholeheartedly agree with that, and tip of the hat to the Republican Women's Party here in Franklin County doing all that, but also tip of the hat to the hard work Rick Neighbors is putting on to do the same thing on the Democratic side. Look, if you don't think your vote counts, and you don't go out and do the homework to see who you got for candidates, and here's your opportunity, not just to do the homework, but look them in the eye and ask them a direct question.
All you got to do is follow my campaign. You'll see every vote count. I didn't get but one.
And shake their
That
hands.
was mine.
And shake their hands. Well, you ought to get back in the race then. Well, how come you're sitting it out?
Well, 3 times? That's enough to get beat.
Well, I think it's the 4th time might be the charm, Hutty.
Well, I tell you what, I couldn't make no more X's.
Anyway, if you don't get out and do this, then you're not a serious voter. And you really have to be an informed voter in order to be a good voter. And, of course, we want good voters and we want good participation and we want you to come out on primary day and general election day. So get involved and stop complaining, because if you're not doing that, you got no right to complain,
and keep in
my
mind,
humble opinion.
Huddy, the
You
May
ain't got no
19th
humble opinion.
the May 19th Republican primary for these local offices is the election. There's not going to be a general election because there's no Democratic candidate.
Are they going to hold
signed
election
up.
anyway?
They will. You in the general election, you have to be on there.
But are they still going to hold?
Yes, the Republican nominee's name will be on there, and they actually have to get a 1-vote majority, even though
Okay, I was
they
just
don't
asking a
have
dumb
an
question.
opponent.
I never heard of it, really.
But they're, you're going to have 5. You got 5 people in this commission race, and 2 in the sheriff's race, 2 in the coroner's race. So these positions will be decided at that May 19th primary.
Well, let me ask you: do you see in the county? I'm not talking about each individual now. Are you hearing much talk or anybody talking about?
No.
Back when we ran 18, 20 years ago, hell, it was almost a killing in every cafe where we drank coffee.
Well,
all them men, everybody's against everybody.
And we see more and more now. Last election cycle, we had a unopposed candidate for circuit clerk. This time, Strat Byers, the revenue commissioner, is unopposed. He'll serve another term. He didn't have an opponent. Same thing with Pat Cochran, who represents the Board of Education from that Vina district. And the ones that, and I think Strat does a good job. He's very active. He comes to the commission meetings, but
He does.
to see these full-time positions not have enough interest to have contested
Let's
races.
read into him. His daddy was probate judge. You know that, don't you?
Yes, and Strat served in elected office previously too. So
Well, I know what I'm saying.
he's done a good job. I'm just surprised that you don't have contested races
What's
for
his
these
address?
full-time
I want
positions.
to send him a bill.
Highway 48.
I won't
On
see it.
that, I can't tell you.
He might be like his daddy throwing away.
All I know is that's got to be a good feeling when that 5 p.m. hits on that qualifying day and it's over and you realize nobody else's name is down there.
Streamlines the campaign
Yeah, it definitely does.
financially and otherwise.
Well, I ask you something. You talk about they're gonna have a thing at Rock Pond. You know, when I was there, they had about 12. Every community had. They do that anymore.
When you ran, the last time you ran, the early 2000s, our county political structure for elections was still very different. The big event was the day qualifying ended. That night would be the Democratic kickoff banquet. You'd
Yeah.
have 300 or 400 people at that. Everybody would buy tables and seats at that. That event doesn't exist anymore. And every community used to have a fish fry or a cakewalk or some event. You'd have one in Frankfurt. You'd have one in Mountain Star. You'd have them everywhere. I think this last election, usually the Spruce Pine group, they'll have an event. Sometimes Frog Pond has, but it's just a handful.
Yeah, that Larry
of them who
Jackson
do it
bought
now.
that $200 and something
Cake.
Yeah,
Boy, those cakes were out of control there for a while.
mine wasn't any
They,
good
uh,
anyway.
But
Mine
the-
said made by Sunshine. We're talking about the grocery.
Right.
There
not,
would
not,
be-
not meals.
Huddy, there'd be so many of those weekend local events that you'd have to sometimes go to one, bounce from there, and go
Yeah.
to the other one just to make an appearance at both. And they were, for that community, you better go to that event because that was their event. And sadly, through the years, those have declined. And
I didn't have a sign. They didn't know who I was when I was there.
They knew you.
Oh, did they? That's why I get it.
You're
You,
hard to miss, Hutty.
Yeah, you
What a crow.
you came with reputation preceding you.
Well, most of the reputation y'all started. The click. The click. Now look at you now.
If I was in the clique, I'd still be in it. I think I was
Why hell you
clicked out years ago.
You're the only one I ever seen when you carry up the talk and hold your hand and carry you up there, pat you on the back.
Well, all
Here's our man.
all that stopped. But it's not just that they don't have these local events anymore. It goes back to, I think, public interest in elections is not what it used to be,
Not what it needs to be.
and what it needs to
Well,
be.
what it was.
Scott always talks about voter percentage numbers. They're never going to be good, but
They didn't do
it's
what
scary.
they said they'd do. That's the reason. Why you want to go listen? They ain't gonna do what they say anyway.
But it ain't going to change unless you go in and
Well,
vote
why
for
the hell
somebody
you want to
else.
go if you ain't go? If you just go to eat, yeah, you can eat somewhere else a lot cheaper.
I think you're missing the point.
I know what the point is.
well, granted, it got some of these events got to where, it was just the candidate's family. and
Yeah,
they're,
that's it.
they're speaking to the other candidates' families
Yeah.
at these events. But
Yeah, it's the friends and family circle.
right back in their day, though, I mean, they were like the Tharptown event that they used to have that cakewalk on the last weekend. That was a big deal that the fire department
yeah.
had. I mean, there'd be hundreds of.
Well, most of them old
people
men are
there.
dead. You know that. And talk about it, Spruce Pine. Yeah, had them Grissums and all that stuff.
And people just
What was that little guy? I forgot his name.
the constable. Who you talking about?
I don't know I forgot what his name was. He kind of run. He was kind of short, had gray hair. He was a nice man.
I
Now.
always remember Ray Hill out there for he was a constable for a
That-
while until he had some issues.
I like
think.
Ray.
Ray was a nice guy.
I liked his daughter and his son-in-law. I didn't vote for them, I don't guess, but I liked them.
They were
I was the only one that voted for me. I guess I was the only one that voted. I liked him. I loved him now. Me.
But people's attitudes have just changed. There's just not as much interest, at least in local politics. Now, maybe because we hear so much more about national politics and presidential dirt, that maybe people are more interested in that, but that's only because it's thrown in front of them. I just think in general, the average person's interest in politics is on a steady decline and has been probably for the last 15 years.
What do you take? Now, listen, man, I'm not, this is y'all's show, but I don't know why I started talking. I wasn't going to talk. That's what told me in class not to talk. That's why I had to write, I shall not talk forever in school. That's the only sentence I could write.
I don't know how many shows I've been on with you, Hutty, and you say that every time. You ain't going to talk.
Well, I say I'm not.
And then an hour and a half later,
Well, you bring
say,
up,
okay, you guys say something.
See, I live in the past. I'm in the past, you know what?
At least you acknowledge that. Okay.
But I wonder, you know, y'all a lot smarter than me. Y'all say you are anyway. And that ain't saying a hell of a lot now. Really, if people don't care about politics, do you think we're going to do away with the Republican, Democrat, and you start putting something in there, it'll be 10 years, 20 years?
You're just going to do away with the Democratic Republic.
Well, I mean,
you're going to do away with the country. You understand? That's how a Democratic Republic works.
I understand.
Of, for, and by the people.
I understand that. But if people don't go vote, you know, when 20 years ago we talked about how good it was, but 32%, 33% voted.
I'm going to make a prediction, by the way.
Should we write this down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, there's all this talk that the Democrats. Well, let's see what our caller has to say. Good morning. You're on the Hutty Show.
Good morning.
Hutty, don't quit talking, buddy. That's the reason I turned the radio on.
Yeah, he wants to hear you. Hutty.
You're a good man. Send money. I've been going to the mailbox every day, and I ain't found no money up there yet.
Yeah, well,
I did find it. I need to pay my bill. What they told me.
I'm enjoying listening to you talk, but can you only imagine? Just try to imagine. If somebody were to run in any race that you could believe, how you would want to get out there and vote for them. Just imagine, because that's about all you can do is imagine.
Well, when I ran the first time, truthfully now, I ran on account of, I was up there. We didn't have any jobs, and if you look at Franklin County now, I'm using that now, and don't get mad at me. I mean, y'all too, I don't care, but when I ran was to get jobs. I walked around, well, my girls were out that day, and I walked around on the mobile homes, showing them home, and they were talking about how hard it had to find a job and keep a job, and people would lay them off, and they'd work 3 days or 2 days, and I started looking. We didn't have any jobs. Are you follow me? Really? If you look, if you take in Marion County somewhere, if you take 2 or 3 companies away that's except on people here, or in Franklin County, like Gates, or look at Sunshine Mills, I mean Tiffin's, you know what I mean? You look at that, and that's the jobs.
Yeah.
If you don't have the jobs, it's rough on the average man and woman, and that's why I ran. I thought if I got up there and talked about it, they would think. But the trouble was, like John had said a while ago, the key was the only one that showed up was the families. One family and another family. And just eventually, you see how the election's going when 2 families or 4 or 5, be 4 or 5 people running. When 2 families join together, that's most of the time when you say who's going to win, because they had 2 to 1. You know
well, like I said, I just want you to imagine if somebody runs that you could put your faith and trust in what they're saying. I mean, I can't. There's nobody that, it's the same old thing. They make you promises.
Do me a favor. Just remember this now. The people that run most of the time are individuals. They are as serious as cats are when they're talking to you. They believe what they're saying. The problem they have is when they get in there, you've got a few people that run the county, whether they're rich or poor or lawyers or doctors or funerals. I don't know what the hell they are. I know what they are, but anyway, they control the county. And you could vote, and you may be one vote out of 5 that says, I'm against it. The rest of them for it. After a while, you get discouraged. It gets down and out. That's what's wrong with the county. Every county.
Well, I like voting for somebody that's never been in there before, because when I hear a politician says, "Well, I've been knowing so and so for so many years or a long time," that I'm done with them, because guess what? Just like you said, when they may be serious about what their promises they're making, but once they get in there, they can be persuaded by somebody that they've been knowing all their life.
You know, Donald Trump, a big reason he won, I think, in 2016 is because of what you were saying. He's not a lifelong candidate and professional candidate. I think people like that outsider mentality.
I do. I'd like to give him a try and give him a shot. If it don't pan out, I could have been wrong by voting for him, but guess what? I won't vote for him the next time. But anyway, Hutty, don't quit talking, buddy.
Don't worry
if you
about
have any
that.
trouble.
Hell, they done pulled the mic off 2 or 3 times. You know, Pilates.
He's not going to quit talking.
You
There's
have
no
any
danger
trouble
of
with
that.
I got him and that damn Yankee up here, and hell, they try to kill me. They lawyers, you know what I mean?
If you have any trouble with them, holler at me. I'll come up there and I'll straighten them out.
Bring your gun too. No, we don't need but 2 shells.
And make sure
Hey, won't need no gun. All right,
You think you can handle that, huh? All right, buddy.
Thanks for calling.
and
See-
bring Huddy's money.
When's the last time a candidate that voters have been really excited and energized to go vote for a candidate at the state or federal level? I can think maybe, and this was not everybody, but younger voters when Barack Obama ran in 2008, I think they were excited to see Obama, and younger voters were energized. But since then, no. And is there a candidate nationally now that, I mean, people are going to voted for Trump. I don't know that they were excited about it, but he was a better option than Kamala Harris.
Well, Trump, and he was the alternative.
Well, he didn't do that bad job first time.
He was an alternative to 8 years of Obama.
Yeah.
Right.
Even Obama commented. He says, "Boy, did we go too far."
Now,
We ended up with Trump.
Now listen to me, and I'm not against black people. You're out there thinking I'm against it because he's black. I didn't look at him as black. I didn't see him with no experience.
Yeah, that was my point.
I mean, when he got it, and when he got in there, and now you can holler all you want to holler. I've said this all along. He wanted to give everything away, like Syria. I mean, why do you carry Iran? You carry $1 million or $1 billion in cash on an airplane to give them, and you got people, mamas and daddies out here trying to raise their family and the kids. And the grants went to the big high places, high dollar people.
Siri's talking to Huddy.
Now, Syria, I don't need to talk to you. What the hell that coming on?
No, you're right on all that, Huddy. And Obama is like history now, so we don't need to waste any time. I just thought I agree with you. I thought he was inexperienced. He had no leadership skills, no leadership experience. And then 8 years of divisiveness is all we really got out of that. Good
Huddy.
morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Oh, well, good morning to you. Are you here to save America, or at least save it from us?
Well, I've got to help you guys out. It
We
always
appreciate that.
seems that in first thing in the morning, y'all need a little sage wisdom, and I'm here
We do.
to be a proprietor of sage wisdom. The reason why Trump won twice is he didn't have a candidate to run against.
Well, that's why he said.
Everybody hated Hillary and still don't like her. And I don't know of anybody that looked at Kamala Harris and said, "Man, that girl right there is an intellectual genius."
Not even.
I didn't like her down
Not
smile.
even Obama. Didn't they take 2 weeks to?
They separated out.
warn
I
the
waited
idea?
till the very last minute to endorse her.
Yeah, that to me, I look at that whole debacle, and that's kind of the way I've viewed that over the years. As Beth Hillary, she couldn't have won as dog catcher.
No, I agree. And
But she was willing to step in when Biden was stepping out or being pushed out the door. But they were smart enough not to run her again.
she had an incredible ability to turn people off with her personality.
Well,
Because all things equal, she should have destroyed Donald Trump in 2016.
Biden was a damn fall guy.
With her experience, it was almost as if she was anointed to be president.
She
then.
was. She was.
And it just didn't work out because she was. I mean, it's all the scandals, but on top of that, the likability.
American people are not dumb. We elect people. We don't let somebody vote them. That's what happened to the Democrat Party.
It's
When you were in there, how'd you get in there?
That's a good question.
Boy, you must have been holding hands with somebody up there. My God, everybody.
very few times has it's my turn approach to an office ever really worked out.
Do you know this sorry sucker right here? I got a speeding ticket, and he wouldn't even give my knock my ridiculous speeding ticket off.
Dismiss that.
You got a speeding ticket, Hutty?
I went to court one time.
I can't imagine that, given how many times I've seen
Hey,
you pass me on a 2-lane road.
speeding ticket.
At a
How
gazillion
many
miles an hour.
have you ever seen him drive?
Yeah, I see. He went by me. Scares the hell out of you. Almost took the
Yeah,
paint
and he
off my
drive.
car.
You know, for years he drove that little clown car, and that's what scared me worse than anything is when he was driving a little clown car that fast.
Clown car. What do you
You
mean
worried
clown?
about how fast Hutty drove and how slow Bill Moss drove in that Volkswagen Bug.
Well, Moss had problems seeing. He couldn't see too good.
You could push that thing and go
Poor old
faster
Nella, she
than
couldn't
Bill.
see either. She wasn't married to him to start with. She's a good woman. Good woman.
But yeah, Hutty, you catch Hutty in a quick glimpse. Hutty and Roger Bedford, when they were on the roads, you'd see them. It would be like a very quick sighting, and then they were
They let him
were
go.
out of your area.
He'd be in front of me, and they let him go and give me a ticket.
If you saw Roger in that SUV, you better get out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same with.
I seldom ever saw him going subsonic.
Yeah, it's the same way with Hutty and his SUV. If you've ever been passed by him on a 2-lane road, it's scary.
Roger was a good man. I hate because he died.
Yeah.
They still have that legislative immunity, I guess. That started 100 years ago because you had crooked politicians, and they would do a traffic stop, and they'd detain a legislator in a town because they didn't want him making it to Montgomery to cast a vote a certain way. So they came up with that legislative immunity when you were traveling to and from Montgomery. So Roger took full advantage of that.
Full advantage of it. I agree.
Well, they still do.
I think they still have it.
Well, yeah, they still got it. I know some that drive for
It had its
80 and 100 miles there now down there.
its roots because of sinister doings where they would try to make it difficult for the legislators who they didn't like the way they were going to vote to make it to Montgomery.
Well, you ever thought about this?
Alabama politics has had every sleazy
You like
thing
Roger
that you could think
and
of.
his wife, and they had it made, and they both done died. Young people. I mean, really.
Yeah, I agree. So here's
Tragic.
the
Yeah, funny thing about that Bible says something about it's appointed unto everyone to die at some point in time. Yeah, we all going to face it.
That's right.
Well, I ain't no hurry. I just got through facing my wife about a year ago.
So here's the question I have for you. The question is how do we preserve the government of and by and for the people? How do we get voters interested in their candidates and interested in voting again before we lose this democratic republic?
I've got an answer.
I knew you would.
I have an answer. Tomorrow, shut down every college, every institute of higher learning. Shut them all down, cut everything out. There's no reason to have an operating higher education college that you send a kid off to that's not prepared to go there. If they want to go to college, if they want a higher degree, if they want to learn, they can do that online at home. It gets away from the indoctrination, the atheism, the social. You know, how is it that you can send a lady to a college, she gets an economics degree and comes out as an avowed socialist and gets elected?
And owes 100 some odd thousand
Somebody,
student loan.
yes, somebody needs to sue that college for a lack of education.
Well, the way I see it, there's a bunch of dumb suckers no matter where they are, male or female, in office.
Have you noticed that this is a different comment? Jack's has that fake pressed rib sandwich like the McRib now. Is there a nastier fast food sandwich than the McRib?
How did you
Not
know?
that I'm aware of.
I was just watching a commercial. Jack's has put out a McRib, and I'm thinking, okay, there must be a market for that. Have y'all ever eaten a McRib? With the
Let me
fake
ask you
ribs
something.
in
Do you
it?
advertise? Do they advertise for you?
Who?
John, when
No.
back in the day when I sold food, which was a number of years ago, that was a really good selling item that we sold back in the day. You'd buy it in a 40-pound box like chicken, and you would sell and that's exactly what it was. It was a pressed sandwich or pressed meat, 4 ounce that we would sell, and
with the
they
fake
called
ribs.
it like the same thing, like a McRib.
Yep, I love you too.
And they always do, it's back for a limited time. Oh, well, that's a good thing. But
So what is it that they're putting in it that they can only get at limited times? That's what's bothering me. For a
Well,
fake,
they run out of dogs and cats. I mean, there's only so many.
What a damn attitude you got, that boy.
the McRib. Now they've had some dumb things for the years.
Is that why your ribs hurt? Is there
I
any
am.
connection
I'm on a
there?
campaign against ribs. What about the one years ago, the ridiculous burger where keep the hot part hot and the cold part cold, the McDLT, and the lettuce and tomato was separate in the bun than the meat so it wouldn't get hot? You don't remember?
I think there's a word for that. It's called gimmick.
Gimmick. Well, the biggest promotion McDonald's had in the last 40 years was when they gave away Beanie Babies, and people didn't even want the Happy Meal. They just wanted the Beanie Babies. They were
I agree with that.
about them. Oh, my
Well,
God.
boy, y'all can't knock them. I can remember when they started. I was in about second grade in Columbia, Tennessee. We went to McDonald's. First night I ever seen.
Was that 1842? When was
About
They
17.
didn't have McDonald's back then, honey.
Yeah, they did.
There was not one McDonald's right after the Civil War, honey. There was not one.
Well,
They don't tell
Mike,
people that.
listen to me. Since you know everything, and I hate to say it, you run around this damn bunch up here, and you still don't know nothing. Listen to me. What made McDonald's was their ice cream. They dip it in chocolate. You remember that? And then it turned into
For
crust.
15 cents or something.
I mean,
Honey, when you was a child, chocolate hadn't even been invented.
well, I'll tell you one thing. Your wife messed up when she married you. I know that.
So the
I
first-
seen y'all. I seen y'all hugged up on Facebook. I wonder if she, and ugly as you are, how did you make your wife sick?
Well, let me just tell you. She said, listen, now she had to have glasses back in those days. You have to understand.
Well, I
She said,
understand
That's She said, I'm gonna hang with that boy right there. He's going places.
So the first McDonald's you ever saw was in Columbia, Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, I lived there. About 3 or 4. My daddy sold. You remember when Standard Coffee Company used to sell coffee? He worked at TVA and his lungs got so bad they made that poison gas back then.
Was it a big
They-
deal?
I
when
remember.
Pat, when
I remember
McDonald's?
that Stanley wasn't the Standard Coffee Company. If I remember, didn't they originally have didn't about have most all of their coffee sent over on ships for sales?
Well, hell, I didn't know what a ship was back then. Man, I don't know. You know what I wasn't from Hannibal like you now.
There's
I'm
that
just
country
saying.
rib
I
sandwich.
mean, I should take that back. It hate me too. Huh? No, it was really that. And I tell you what, if you go back to Frost Inn at Russell,
Yep.
when they first started, that and their root beer, that's two things that really made them.
When are they closing? I thought it was closing.
They sold
I
out
don't-
already.
They sold out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Did she finally sell it?
I think so. I eat up her. I like an old hot dog.
I hope it keeps going, even under.
I do too. Yeah, I do too. I hope that
Well, that's
somebody
a
comes
piece
in
of history in
and
Franklin, in Russellville,
Absolutely.
and Franklin County.
The one that I never thought Russell wouldn't lose was the Speedy Pig. That was, of all the places when you tell people you're from Russell, oh, we love going to eat at that Speedy Pig. And I would have never thought it would have closed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. My memory of Russell is Kent's.
Ken?
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
you're going in the Wayback Machine.
Well,
now.
I mean, hell, I'm back there now. That's where they used to feed the football team, and I didn't play football there. I couldn't get over it. See, at field camp, they'd give us a Tootsie Roll and a Coca-Cola.
Where was Kent's?
Kent's was right there where, see, everything's changed. That bank used to be that big bank, and like going to your place,
Uh-huh.
turn left, you turn right. Kent was down there about halfway down there. There's an old white building. That's where everybody eats there. That was the place.
I remember Dots when I first moved
And all
here.
Kent's, it's way before
Didn't
then.
know Kent's.
And you guys say Kent's, and all I can think of is cigarettes. That's the
Old Kent.
Well, gentlemen, I got to go make America great again. Y'all got to.
Well, do me a
y'all-
favor. Don't talk to nobody. You will make it great now. If you start talking to
Hey,
somebody.
Enjoy
Johnny,
it.
when you get finished, would you give me a shout?
Yes, sir.
and thanks for dispensing.
You
wisdom.
want me to call you too, buddy? I won't mind calling you.
Call me.
I
You
listen.
give me a call. I can learn you something.
I don't want to learn nothing. There comes Jimmy in. He can't teach me nothing either. So
I'll holler at you. There's
All right,
Jimmy.
see you guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
Take care. Be good. Stay safe.
Oh,
All right, so let's finish this up. So
Sure.
we talked about the February 10th roundtable. Then there's the April 14th roundtable. That's going to have
hey,
hey,
Jim.
Dale
Hey.
Shelton Diaz Jr. and Morgan Murphy, the U.S. candidates there. Nicole Wadsworth for Lieutenant Governor. Catherine Robertson for Attorney General. Glenda Jackson for Secretary of State. Jeremy Oden for Public Service Commission, Place 1. Priscilla Andrews, Public Service Commission, Place 2. Joey Norton, Miles Gaston, Curtis Baker, Jeff Fleming, Franklin County Commission, District 1, and Shannon Oliver for Franklin County Sheriff. Let me make a comment.
what about Marion County and what about Winston County?
Well, didn't your Marion and Western County guys take care of that?
No, hell, y'all don't
This
know what
is a
been here.
Franklin County
This is a
event.
Franklin County show.
Well, it must be because nobody else is listening.
Well, we like, we promote Franklin County on Wednesdays.
I would say, too, that those two counties do a whole lot better in these arenas than Franklin County does. So that's why when Franklin County gets around to doing these, this is news.
You bury Franklin County 4 days a week, so we have to have one to try and shovel the dirt back off of it.
Hey, this one of these candidates just caught my attention as I read these out for everyone. And again, that's on April 14th up at Spruce Pine. And make sure, again, folks, get out and meet these candidates. Learn about them yourselves up front, up close and personal. That's the way to do that, and then it gets you encouraged to go out and vote. But we were talking about candidates willing to run. Our first call especially picked up on that. I see Curtis Baker's name here, and I'm not trying to pick out anybody in particular.
You're doing a pretty good job of
or
it.
endorsing anybody.
You're doing a
But
good
I
job.
know that Curtis has stood up to run multiple times on a couple of different offices. And that's the kind of citizen we've got in our county that we need more of, that are willing to stand up and run and serve the county. And so I want to just call him out for that, because I find him to be
Well, you bragging or you
very
criticizing?
No, I'm not criticizing. No, I am bragging. I'm endorsing that. Again, those are the kinds of citizens the county needs for government by, for, and of the people. And so go to it. Get to it. Do what Curtis Baker does. If he sees something he doesn't like, he runs for office. Do it.
It's interesting. The most heavily contested race locally this year is going to be that county commission, District 1. There's 5 names on the ballot. I can't remember the last time we've had a 5.
Well, you had 5 last time.
And you got to remember, this is just to fill out a 2-year term. They're going to have to turn around in 2028 and run again when the full term of the commission seats comes up. So, you had, when Michael Murray died last year, then you had that process of the governor's office interviewing and selecting a replacement, which in essence was a campaign for those 5 guys, just a different type. Then now you have it on the ballot in May, and then after they win, whoever wins this, congratulations, you got to run again in March of 2028. So a lot of politicking to keep that job if you want it beyond just one term.
No, we had 5 last time. One of them got mad at me.
I'm shocked. Somebody
Oh.
got
I
mad at
was
you?
sitting right there. Right.
Just
No,
one.
somebody said right. He was telling
thought
stuff
he-
that wasn't true, and I wouldn't let him
I
do
thought
it.
he got mad at Scott.
Huh?
I thought he got mad at Scott, one of them.
Hell
Oh,
no.
yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, several times over.
He got mad at one of them got mad at me, but I wouldn't let him. If they go come on here, if I know they're lying, I ain't gonna let them lie.
They got
now.
mad at you too because I don't know, you used wrong color ink or something.
God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
and
Well,
so
yeah.
let me run this real quick by just to get some of these dates out because they're coming up fast. The Franklin County Agricultural Extension Office is going to have an agricultural workshop.
He just want to talk. Hell,
on
nobody
two-
remember no dates.
on Tuesday, February 24th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Todd Center. They're going to talk about controlling pests and fruits and vegetables and controlling worms and small ruminants. Look, guys, there's a lot of folks I know that really like the Extension Office's programs and that. Katrina and her team do an
That
outstanding
really turns my
job.
tractor right there.
So February 24th at the Todd Center, 10 to 3.
Nothing worse than a worm in your apple, Hutty.
Well, I can't help it. Hell, I eat the worm too.
Hey, let me talk to you about a couple things that happened today in history. Huddy, I think you were there for this one. George Washington was elected to serve as the first U.S. president by a unanimous vote in the first electoral college. Oh, you were both. Jimmy was there too.
How did they give it 3 votes?
So, and today is the birthday of Rosa Parks, a civil rights activist. I don't think there's anybody in Alabama that doesn't know who she is.
I bet you don't know who she is.
You told me this morning we're back on Facebook, right?
You're on Facebook and you're on YouTube. I'm glad you announced that.
Well, today is the anniversary of Facebook was launched as thefacebook.com back in 2004. Can you believe that? So it's only been
Imagine
around.
what the value of that was then and now.
Yeah.
Well, do you think?
it's-
Do you think it? I'm not. I got no. Anyway, do you think they'll make it?
Facebook?
Well, no, if you look at every one of them, gets to be up so much. They're gone.
Is this the one that started? He started at Yale or
Harvard, I think.
Harvard.
Yeah.
It was a way, just like for students to socialize
He did it-
and meet each
Yeah,
other.
he did it in his dorm room just so that they could create a bit of a dating service or get to know each other. And look what it blew up to.
Well, the truth, the way I look at it, when God wants it to happen, that don't make a difference where you at. It's gonna happen now.
Well, God bless him. I mean, you know,
I'm serious.
what did Elon Musk start out with? It was the financial one app.
What?
And he
Look,
sold that. Now look what he's up to. And now he just combined his AI unit
let me ask you.
and his space.
Let me ask you a question. They're entering big time now overseas now. England is. Leon Musk.
England and Germany are both going after the social networks. Yes.
Well, I'm talking about Leon Musk.
Oh, Musk. Yeah, well,
They had a
he
big.
owns a social network.
Elon's cousin, Leon.
All right. The other thing that happened in history today is the United States hosted its first Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. That was the first one in
I saw
1932.
I saw it.
You were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were. Did you do the ski jump? I could see
No,
you doing the
I
ski jump.
was with my daddy and mama. I didn't know.
Anyway, starting Friday, the Winter Olympics open up in Italy. At least the opening ceremonies. Actually, I heard this morning on the radio on the way in that the events actually start today because they've got so many events. They got to start them early. I think curling starts.
5 minutes, Jimmy. Will you watch more or less than 5 minutes collectively of the entire Winter Olympics? I'd say yes. I'm gonna say less for me, probably.
See,
I'm just not interested in it.
Well, I watch. Five or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
5 10 minutes about all I watch. I'm not much.
yeah, it's got to be.
Come on here, girl.
You know, curling for me doesn't
Come on
do
in.
it. You know, watching a big rock slide down ice just
Sit down.
doesn't do it for me.
Curling. What is the whole? It's
Yeah.
so
But
ridiculous.
But you know what? I'll watch somebody do a ski jump, you know, fly through the air a gazillion feet up in the air and try not to kill himself landing. You
No,
know,
come on
why was
here.
that any different than NASCAR
No, come on
and
here,
not
sit
killing
down.
each other at 200-300
No,
miles an
come
hour?
on.
What are those people doing next to the curling thing as it goes down?
It's supposed to make it go faster or slower or steer it.
Well, what? I mean, that
That's
don't
the
hurt.
dumbest thing I've ever
You,
seen.
amen. Now, that's the only thing you and I agree on.
All right, and why you two are saying that, I saw a news story last night that curling is big in Huntsville, and there's a club that's very active, and they're about to build their own ice ring just for curling.
I saw that on TV, but that wasn't that you doing the curling.
That wasn't me. I don't know. I don't
It
know.
sure the hell looked like
it.
it.
I mean, you know what that looks like to me? A good beer drinking game on a frozen lake.
Looks like some drunk guys when they with a broom trying to push some tire. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But if that's your thing, hey, wonderful.
You like the dog show, right, John? You know, didn't they just have the dog show in New York?
They
this
did.
past
They just had the 150th Westminster. You know, but FIFA's World Cup is in the U.S. this year, and
Yep.
that is a staggeringly big event. But the U.S. ticket prices are outrageous, and in multiples significantly more than tickets have ever been. You're talking about face value for these World Cup events of $500 to $1,500 to go watch, you know, the Sudan play Turkey. I mean, I think I'll pass.
Well, I see between you and I, you brought up a subject I've been thinking about for a while. I see this whole thing blowing up. I can see us where money ain't worth a dime. I think they gonna get us to the point. I mean, right now, if you look at people, how many millions they make, and you see how the government don't have any money. I wonder why they don't have any money. They got all the money. 3 or 4 men own worth billions of dollars. Not 3 or 4, a bunch of billion.
Isn't that Mr. Beast a billionaire?
Who?
Scott, you don't know Mr. Beast?
I don't know Mr. Beast.
The
Who's
young
Mr.
guy has made all that fame. He gets all these promotions where he in contests where he gives away a bunch of money. He's a young entrepreneur and a YouTube marketer, and I want to say his empire's up to over $1 billion.
But
I don't know who he is. If you show me his face, I may recognize it from that, but I just don't recall him by his name.
well, we're on YouTube and Facebook now.
Yeah. Oh, we're in the big time now.
No, we got 2 or 3 more to put on if I get my man to do it.
We're gonna shoot right to the top.
Well, I don't know that. I started for one thing for people. You talk about when we run for office and people come, but it wasn't nobody but one parent, who's running their parents or their family and the other's family. That people didn't know. And what I was trying to do is get where people could know what's going on.
$2.6 billion empire.
Who?
This guy, Mr. Beast.
I don't recognize the face either.
What the hell you do something? You pull up stuff I don't even pull up.
Well, I mean,
Wow,
from setting up a
What happened to your
YouTube
hair? Could I ask you?
channel.
What
I
happened?
don't know what's wrong with my hair.
You got it cut off short.
Well,
You lost weight.
save money that way.
he looks good. What are you complaining to?
Trying
you
to-
look good. You lost weight. You take a shower more than once a week.
You
It
see
looks-
that?
it looks
That ain't
pretty
my
good.
age, you know.
He just gave me half a peace sign. So
Half
I
a-
want
he
Hutty-
learned that from the Vietnam era.
I'm
right
waiting for Hutty to get one of those scooters. You know, you go to the casino, you beware these women on these scooters.
Go to Walmart.
They
You
will
beware
run
of those
your
people.
ass over.
I can't find. Many I can't find. I have to ride myself. I'm getting better though. It won't be long. I won't be on that scooter.
Don't get on that scooter. Keep walking.
I-
Keep moving. If you don't keep moving, the men
Listen.
come get you.
You can't if you're hurting. You
Yes.
listen. To me.
That didn't go well.
If you can't if you having to walk like I was having to walk and then pick up groceries, there's no way you can do it, Jack.
Yep.
There's the best in show, Hutty. A Doberman won it.
I knew that, but why the hell you worry about dog show? Let's
He's
go.
a big
Let's go to
deal.
a strip joint. Now look at the good
He's a-
women.
He's
My
a big
God.
dog person.
I went to that event. Let me tell you,
I can tell you. I tell you, well, you
back
you
in
feel like a dog.
2014 in Madison Square Garden, there are some money people in this
You've lost your-
dog show. I mean,
You've lost your damn mind.
there's people who hire full-time handlers and trainers.
Well, I know that. People got rich money, and the average man don't have anything hardly. There's something wrong with our system now. I'm telling you what I said you a while ago.
You go back there before they come out, like when they're doing what's the little dogs, Westies, that they all have tie their fur up in a bow, and they have these handlers primping.
Oh, let's
and
change the subject.
showering them and
Get on something we know
combing
about.
them. You've never seen more attention. They get more attention to their hair and grooming than Hutty's given
look.
himself in 4 decades.
Well, I got news for you. You ain't doing nothing to your hair either, Jack.
I cut it short. I don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it now. I promise you.
Hey,
It's
leave
a
it.
big deal.
What do you think?
They take care of those animals in the same way they take care of
I thought we
horses
changed
at
the subject, but I thought I'd
Look,
break
Hutty,
it.
look at Penny, Crown Best in Show.
Isn't that an oxymoron? A Doberman pinscher named Penny?
That is a odd name. The year I went, it was a German short-haired pointer that won. And the next day, the winner of Westminster goes to this famous New York restaurant, Sardi's, and the owner of Sardi's, it's a tradition, he hand feeds the winning dog steak. So I went and watched the owner of Sardi's feed the German short-haired
Lady, if y'all
pointer steak.
change the channel, call back a few minutes. Me and Jimmy talk about sports.
I'm just telling you, that dog ate better than I did, and they are given the royal treatment.
Did you play like you was a dog and try to eat?
Look,
Yeah.
if the dog is if the animal is the center of your sport, they're going to get treated like that. Kentucky Derby's no better. Triple Crown, all that stuff. Dogs in this case at the Westminster
Look at that.
Show. That's and there's big money in that.
Look
Huge
at
money
that
in
dog.
that.
She don't give a damn. She want anything. She wants her belly scratched.
That's right. That's right.
There's not been much going on in New York.
No.
That show brings in
Hutty, you
huge
need to
bucks
get a
New
dog
York City.
now that you're by yourself. Why don't you?
Well, I
get
had
a
18
dog?
cats. I got 2 left,
You need to get a dog.
and I had my dogs that all died.
You ought to get something that's appropriate for you, like a cane corso or something.
What the
And
hell is that?
That's one of the biggest, meanest looking dogs there is.
I wouldn't mind having one
Does
like
it
that.
bark a lot too? Talk a lot?
Maybe that's what I was before I turned into human.
But they're beautiful dogs.
Hey,
but yeah, you should get Hutty should get a dog.
I don't know.
Maybe we need to start a listener contest on what kind of dog Hutty should get.
A hot dog
Get a good
with
one.
chili on it.
Get a good one if you're
You've
going to get
never
that.
really been a dog person, though, have you?
Listen, I was raised on the farm, and I even had a pet bull I bought at Columbia, Tennessee. I mean, not Columbia, but Pulaski that used to follow me around like a little dog and had the thing. They got to be a big old dog. but I mean, I had I'm not an animal person now. I mean, really, when you raised on the farm and many cows we had, I had over 500 pigs I had to feed. I had a while you get, and Daddy was a coon hunter.
500 pigs.
Huh?
You always had a dog.
Oh, dogs and cats and
500 pigs.
Yeah.
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 Them pigs squeal.
I used to listen. I have sold tops. That's where you get your $1 meat and stuff from for 11 cents.
We had a
Come on in here, buddy. You do all right? Huh?
we had
Okay. Okay.
a case one time where a person got rid of a body by leaving it out with the pigs.
Pigs
They-
eat anything.
They ate lock, stock, and barrel.
They'll eat
every bit of it.
They eat their own pigs. Pigs is probably the nastiest animal. I mean, really, and that's probably one of the people,
I was a pretty good dog man till Ford attacked me one time. That cured me.
that'll happen to your hair.
Four at once?
That'll
Wow.
cure you. Yeah.
I believe 59
Yep.
stitches. That took care of me.
Yeah.
Hey, do you and Plotty go to the same barber? I tell you one thing, he's making a killing cutting off both y'all's hair.
We get our money's worth. Don't worry.
You do?
You know what? They charge the same price whether they cut one hair or all
Yeah.
of them. So you might as well get.
What do
them
you
all
got?
done.
You got all that trouble in your head. I can't tell what you got on.
I don't have to worry about that. My mornings are quicker in the bath.
Do you Yankees have hair anyway?
Oh yeah, there's
I
a lot
didn't-
of Yankees up there that have hair. That's right. That's exactly right. I got no problem.
Where do you go to law school at?
I went to law school out in Kansas, in Topeka, Kansas.
Do what?
Washburn University.
Where in the hell is that at?
It's out in Topeka, Kansas. Topeka, Kansas is the capital.
I
of
thought
Kansas.
you was from New York.
I am from New York, but that's where I went to law school.
Where'd you go to law school?
Not Topeka, Kansas.
I never heard of that.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
What is that?
What?
And you
That's from the Auburn.
and you are a Texas fan, and now
Texas undergraduate.
let me ask you a
and
question.
Alabama graduate.
Oh, I know you got to go now. Well, let me ask you something. I read a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get your idea because you connected to both schools. I understand since they got Texas in there, all the experts are saying Texas will control the SEC over Alabama, and Alabama's. I know they're going to control over Auburn. Everybody controls over Auburn, so I'm not throwing Auburn in there either. I'm just saying Alabama has been the dominant of the SEC.
And Georgia.
Well, lately Georgia.
And you're not gonna.
I hear Georgia going down too.
Texas and Texas A&M to me are the ones set up for the most. But look, in the way it's set up now, you're not gonna have the days of a 10, 15 year long reign of dominance in college football are over. Just look at Texas Tech this year. They had one billionaire stroke $32 million worth of checks to bring a roster, and they were competing for the national championship. It's all changed, and that's why Saban got out, because the edge he had of players wanting to play for a respected coach who could help get him into the the mentality is gone now.
Yeah.
The players don't fear the coach anymore, because if they don't like what happens, they
And
just
move
get
on.
in the portal and go to the next
The portal
school.
and image, likeness, and name, all that stuff.
Well,
It's
Auburn
changed
lost.
it,
Man,
everything.
they
It's
lost
changed
one
everything.
yesterday going to Ole Miss.
Ohio State is always going to be good, but as far as these dominant programs, just ripping off 3 or 4
Well, where do you
national championships
let's
in
let's pass
10
that on.
years,
Where do
I
you
don't think so.
Where do you think this is going to go?
Eventually, you'll see the top probably 64, 80 schools in football separate
I
and
agree. That's
come
what-
up with their own entity.
That's what I think.
And they'll have their own tournament. It'll probably be 32 teams or some greatly expanded thing, and the money for that would be
There's the
mind-blowing.
there's the topic. The money.
Oh
for
my
that.
gosh.
Where do you? Let me ask you another question.
It's like Watergate. Follow the money.
Where do you think the bowl games are going to go?
They'll stay for now because they have those contractual obligations. They'll stay with you've got the rotation of the Peach Bowl, a Sugar Bowl, a Fiesta Bowl, Orange Bowl, a Rose Bowl. Those will stay at least for the next few years, but eventually I think they'll come up with they're going to play a lot more of these tournament games on campuses, because I think everybody wants to play on campus. And if you notice, Jimmy, in these first couple years of this playoff, the teams who played those first round games on campus are doing better than the ones who had that first weekend off and then just play a neutral site. So the reward of playing on campus, I think you'll see more and more. But those bowls are going to be around, Hutty, at least for a while, because they're contractually connected to this playoff.
John's point about playing on campus is, again, follow the money. The universities want that money when those games are held on campus. It's big bucks in there.
And I mean, it is sort of stupid. This year you had Oregon. I can't even remember. You had the two teams from the West Coast playing in the Peach Bowl, and then you had, the other ones going across there was no geographical considerations, and I don't care. Fans run out. If you following a team and your team goes to the semifinal game, say at the Rose Bowl, and the national championship's gonna be in Miami, people run out of money and vacation and time. You can't go, and you don't have a lot of preparation time because you don't know where they're going to be until probably a week or two before the game. That fan loyalty, I think, and fan following is gone now, and it's all tickets going to corporations.
Well, I think so. What do you think? Truthfully,
Alabama's done. If you're waiting to hear that,
I think they are too, and Auburn.
It's been a nice run. Maybe DeBoer can get a team back to the playoff, but we're not.
I hear you.
This program is just not gonna. It's a no-win situation. It's not gonna be what it was under Nick Saban, and they've kind of put themselves in a box. They're stuck with this coach, and all this talk about we'll get rid of him, it doesn't really matter at this point. Who would they bring in?
I got a text for you. They won't know you when you're sitting there. Look up the price of the Super Bowl tickets are right now.
Oh, I'm sure they're tens of thousands of dollars. They're unbelievable. The
it is in
championship-
Santa Clara though.
Yeah, but
New England and
Seattle
and Santa Clara, California.
When you give your number, I don't like to be John's secretary.
Did you see the prices for the college championship game?
Crazy.
Down on the field, they were like $16,000. Up in the cheap sheets, they were like $4,000. I don't know. I'm with you, Jimmy. I don't know how they do that.
What I've been telling you, this part of the damn country really been hurting now. I'm telling you.
Cheapest options for nosebleed tickets, just a get-in rate, $4,300 to about $5,200.
That gets you in the nosebleed seats.
With average tickets costing around $6,600. Upper level tickets starting near $4,500. Not in a million years would I pay that.
Besides, the best seat in the house is still on my chair in my living room and on my TV.
Well, let me ask you another question. Let me ask you, all right, get into so high, and there's around 80 to 100,000 people going to be there. Where they can't afford it. What's going to happen then.
Doesn't matter. Those tickets are always going to be sold and counted for, whether they give them to corporate sponsors.
Well,
Ticket revenue.
And the damn corporates ain't doing no good either.
Honey, ticket revenue is a fragment of the pie. The pie is comprised almost entirely out of TV revenue.
Listen, I think between you and I, ESPN might be in a little bit of trouble. I mean, everybody's. I mean, think about it now. I deal with these people. These people are.
Didn't ESPN just get a huge NFL contract this week? I think I read that. They just snagged it.
With the NFL. I don't know.
And a bigger chunk.
Well,
as
the
well.
NFL now has contracts with Amazon Prime, Peacock.
Well, they try
NBC, CBS.
they try to
Fox,
spread the
ABC.
wealth.
Well, I had a negotiation with
ESPN.
ESPN.
But I think they just entered into something pretty big with ESPN this week.
See, everything we get is from Rogersville or from Birmingham, from ESPN. This way, if you look at, I mean, you're a radio man and TV man, it goes east to west. It don't go north and south.
Right.
Yeah.
And right here, we're right in the middle, like a little tunnel.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Don't worry about tickets at the stadium. First of all, they're always going to be sold because, if nothing else, they're going to be connected to corporate sponsorships, and they're going. But that's not. I mean, if bodies in the stands requires successful bowl game, none of these other bowl games that we see would be played in the whole season because there might not be 10,000 people at some of these bowl games we've seen over the holidays.
Well,
Those are not. It's just not that important how many show up. It's the corporate sponsorship.
I got another email for you.
Uh-huh.
What about? How do you think the new coach at Russell's going to do? Let me ask you another question. They asked him that he's going to bring around 28 kids from him. Well, you can do it now.
I don't see 28 kids transferring from Mars Hill to Russell. That's just my thoughts. I don't see it. You do. Now, will there be some?
I didn't say rumors. I just said what do you well, that's
you've
different.
Still got the issue of people in the shoals sometimes look down on Russell, and I don't know that they're just going to rush to send their kids to school down here from a private school. Maybe they will. Certain ones, I'm sure, will stay loyal to Coach Higgins. I think they hired probably as good of a candidate as they could find.
Why did they say that now?
Now, it was expensive. It was quick. But
$180,000, what I've been told.
I think they've got a coach in place with a proven track record.
Have you
now,
heard
how
that?
he's going to navigate Florence, Athens, Coleman, Muscle Shoals, Decatur. I mean, that's a gauntlet.
Hey, son, I'd let you on here, but you got that Alabama hat on.
He's going to inherit a pretty good schedule to start out with first year. He's really going to have to get after that.
And their non-region this year are going to be Mars Hill, Deschler, and Coosa Christian or something, private school. I don't know where that is.
Well, that's where Higgy was coaching. That used to be at.
Here we go. Good morning. You're on the air.
Mr. Johnson,
Oh,
only in the phone.
Well, hell,
Only in the phone, Mr. Johnson. Felipe.
son,
You need to come see Hutty.
son, talk English. Where we at? Hell, I know you know English. You wouldn't even be calling up here if you did know English.
Talk English.
Try to shoot the breeze to me. Hey, buddy. Wait a minute. You take him with you.
all right. I got a question going back to college football for a minute.
Yes.
Remember all the controversy with Notre Dame, whether or not they made the cutoff for the playoffs and all that?
Yeah.
And the biggest complaint seemed to be, well, you don't belong to anything, Notre Dame. How do you expect to get into these? So what happens to a Notre Dame in the scenarios we just talked about here of the future of the college?
Well, you look at Notre Dame.
Future, they'll have to be in a conference.
Yep.
But for now, they've got it set because they've got a agreement with the college football playoff where they get in automatically if they're ranked at a certain point.
It's like
They're
NBC.
bypassing the
NBC
whole
buys
conference.
NBC buys it all the time.
And
You know
as
that.
long as they're getting that check and that contract from NBC directly with
Yeah.
they're not gonna
Look at Notre
they
Dame.
they play the ACC schedule in basketball.
Where were they?
They're just not in it.
Notre Dame at one time back when you was overseas. Where you from? Ireland? No, you're from Italy. That's right.
All right.
You get confused.
I sound Irish, don't I?
No, he sounds Irish.
I thought you said I sound Jewish.
What attitude you got, John? My God. I tell you what.
All right. We
Enjoyed
gotta
it. We're gonna turn it over to Jimmy and Hutty.
Jimmy and Hutty are going to take it from here. He's
Wait.
not going to talk today, Jimmy. He told us.
I wouldn't. I'm not going to.
He's not gonna talk.
If y'all prepare, I would have to talk.
See
See?
y'all next week. You stay safe out there. Have a good week.
Tell your wife hello for me here.
I'll do it.
That's what
I'll do it, honey. Take care, Jimmy.
Okay, be good.
What you got, Jimmy? Let's go.
I got some games from last night.
Who, who you got?
We got some girls and boys. Let's see. We got
Well, hell, I hope you do.
Convert County, 57.
What? Who you go? Who? Girls or boys?
Boys.
All right.
Convert County, 57. Bell Green, 43.
What happened to Bill Green, man? I got.
They ain't doing too good either. And Lexington, 56. Central, 44. Cousin Christian, 51. Cherokee, 28. Desert, Old Sheffield, 74 to 50. Mars Hill, Athens beat Mars Hill 69 to 50. Most shows over Albertsville. No, Albertsville, they must be pretty good this year. 50, 45.
What? Now who won?
Albertsville.
Okay.
Most shows 45. Hamilton 71, Northside 69. Now that was a good ball game. Phil Cameron Russell went into overtime last night. And Russell won the game 68 to 76.
That ain't what I've been told.
What'd you tell?
I heard it was right the other way now. When I pulled up on the.
Well, I'll check it out for sure, but I think that's what it was.
No, I think you're wrong. I mean, I don't know. Somebody texts me.
Somebody's going to call and tell you right.
Well, I'm just telling you what they text me for.
Phil 76, Russellville 68 in overtime.
Well, what I,
That's
what I told you. Huddy,
Jimmy microphone ain't on.
it ain't my. Well, hell, well, he ain't. All right, it's on. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, anyway, that's Phil come over Russellville 76 to 68.
Talking to Mike.
I got it right in
Well,
front
you
of me.
got a side of him out. Put him out.
And let's see, Rogers, Carver Heights, Rogers 62 to 51. That's Hatton over Rogers. Florence 62, Sheffield 36. Soldier 36. That's a pretty good step up from Southern to Florence. And also had Brooks 58, Tanner 44. Vinyl, Shoals Christian 59, Vinyl 35. Western County 55, and Thorptown 35. Wilson and East Lawrence 64, Wilson 49. And Waterloo, Waterloo and Lizzie Lane 54.
Where is Izzy
Waterloo
Lane
28.
at?
I think it's right outside of Athens up there, going towards up in the Huntsville district. Up
At a
there.
new school?
It's been yeah, it's been there not many years, 2 or 3. I know they had a kid played up there about 3 or 4 years ago. Was a real outstanding player. So it's a new school, I'm sure. And Lawrence County, Alabama beat Lawrence County, Tennessee, 56-54. When in the girls' action last night, we had Waynes County 45, Mars Hill 44, and Russellville 77, Phil Campbell 51, Desser 73, Sheffield 32, Waterloo 55, Liz Lane 27, Florence 53, Sheffield Sullivan 28. Sullivan's ranked in the 1A, I think. And Central 59, Lexington 46, Cobbett County 49, Bell Green 46, Wilson 64, East Lawrence 45.
Hutty,
Now I'm lying.
where you need to, baby.
She's reckon they have tired of listening now. Copper Heights 34 to 14 over St. Menard. Shoals Christian 66, Vinyl 38, Brooks 60, Tanner 57, Albertville 81, most shows 76, Cubs Christian 31, Cherokee 30, Hatton 69, Rogers 40, and Hamilton 41, Northside 27.
That boys or girls?
That's all girls. And that's all the games that's played last night. Of course, some of the area game gets underway tomorrow night, starting Thursday night, and go all the way through the next week, I guess. See who's going to go to Huntsville.
Where the tournament's going to be at?
Well, they're going to be at different places.
Well, I know that, but
So, Marion County, just different towns are going to have to be the area winners. That's where it'll be hosted at. But the girls, boys don't play in the same place. They play at different places, so it'll be different places.
that's what I'm saying before we tell them where they're going to play at.
Well, let's see here. We got, let me go on down here on the 6A's at Decatur. That's the boys and girls.
Mildred, you crazy. He don't get an hassle to me. He looks plumb ugly to me.
Yeah. Well, I'll run down. I'll get them lineups and tell them where they're all going to be at tomorrow. Just listen in tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't know where that's at.
I know some at Marion County, some at
Well, I know that, but
Red Bay, just different places.
all right.
Ain't like it used to be. You just go play. Now they go different ways.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell them. You know what I mean? What else you got?
That's it. Well, there's one college game last night. Tennessee beat Ole Miss.
How much?
Big game last night. It was I wrote it down somewhere. It was 80-something. 84 to 66. That's pretty good.
I can't figure Tennessee out. See, Ole Miss has been hot,
Yeah, I know that's pretty good.
and then Tennessee's been up and down like a yo-yo, and they beat them that bad.
Alabama, they go to Texas A&M. No, that Tuscaloosa tonight against Texas A&M. That'd be another tough game for them.
Well, how about Texas and Alabama? They play Saturday.
This weekend.
I meant
No,
not Texas, but
Auburn.
Alabama and Auburn.
Yeah, that's a big game Saturday.
And if I get enough advertising, we'll have it on radio.
And I think it's played at Auburn, right?
I don't.
I believe
hell,
that's
either
Well, that's last night.
sports man. I ain't sports man.
Well, they play. It don't matter where they play. There's always a knockdown, drag out about it. It'd be a good ball game. Yup, they play this Saturday.
All right, listen. We are trying to. I got the game. If I can give it some advertisement. All right, you want to advertise? They're going to listen to Alabama and Auburn. I know that.
Well, I wish some of us have ties because nobody cares Alabama anymore.
Well,
Nobody. Not here, close.
Well, I got news
But
for
I
you.
can pick it up.
I got news for you. Ain't nobody in Auburn take Auburn either.
No, you're about the only one, I guess.
And but I always get the reason I get Auburn, I'm the only one left out.
Yep.
And see, the reason they ain't carrying them, they two or three of them got it. They just can't sell advertisement.
That's the main thing, I guess. Yeah.
And then Alabama has had it. Was supposed to be, they thought was going to be a championship year, and they hadn't done real good.
No, if they don't win, they ain't going. Nobody going to.
Well, that's what I'm
Suppose
saying.
Yep.
Huddy,
Who wants advertise on your radio?
Turn it down. I'm saying that where I can hear you. What'd you say?
Who wants to advertise on your radio?
Well, hell, I can't hear you no way. Quit talking so loud.
Just whatever you want to pay. I wonder how much you
Well, hell,
advertise on
Jimmy,
your
you
radio.
can't scream in the damn radio. I mean, on the where you not understand.
You had the radio on. You could hear them in the background.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. It's really foggy outside.
Well, I thought you was a sportsman. I ain't worried about fogging. What are you
Well,
talking?
you gotta be careful though if you're gonna drive.
Well, as long as you drive, hell yeah, everything gonna run fine.
That's about the truth. I agree.
All right, folks, we're gonna get out of here and we'll talk to y'all
I know
later.
they learned a lot this morning.
Huh?
I know they learned a lot this morning. How much it costs to play and all this stuff. We can tell you it all.
I don't know what you saying.